Climate change, we have a limited amount of time to resolve it, and it concerns everyone.
We have to ensure that the respect of human rights, that is the solution.
For me, it helps to know where are the challenges, and then you start to see the solutions.
Indigenous peoples are the first ones to feel the effects of climate change. We are the frontline communities.
People who don't contribute to climate change are still the one paying the price.
No more business as usual. We don't have the luxury of time.
Hey, Kaya! Oh my God! Hey! I didn't know you were gonna be here.
I didn't know you were going to be here. We were in Paris together last year. You were in Climate Countdown with no voice last time.
Right.
And now you have a voice.
I have a voice.
Badge high five.
Yay!
Boom.
Boom.
Didn't have badges last time. When Eric and I tell people about Paris, the meeting Indigenous people from like every corner of the world was really amazing and very like impactful.
Yeah. A lot of times with climate change communication, we have to make the point that although you can't feel climate change happening, you still need to act. And maybe if we listen to Indigenous voices more, we would realize that no, we feel climate change right now, and it's actually a problem right now.
Climate change, it is important. We live traditionally in Russia. It must touch us first.
Yeah,
That's why we are here. Our voice of indigenous peoples.
We're calling for a full phase out of fossil fuel development. We need a just transition to sustainable energy, economies, and communities. Keep it in the ground. Yes. No more new fossil fuel development.
We have come here to make them to understand how important it is to protect the nature. And they should include in their Preamble and in Article 2.2 about the indigenous people's rights.
So getting indigenous people's rights in the agreement.
In the agreement.
We have governments gathering, talking about false solutions, not aware that the solutions to climate change are right here.
The government need to learn from these people, how they live, how they survive all these years. We say in our language, we are the forest. The forest is us. So there's no way to separate us from the forest.
Give the forest to us, because all these lands were ours once upon a time.
So you already know how to be sustainable. We're talking about being sustainable, but
exactly.
Indigenous people know how to be sustainable.
Exactly.
The rivers are their highways. The forest is their grocery store. It's their pharmacy. People living in a city, it's easy to talk about adaptation. Instead of using plastic, use paper bags. That's adapting. But for people in the forest, adapting for them means not being indigenous and tribal anymore. It's like me deciding for you what you should do in your house, and I don't even know how you live in your house.
Trying to solve it the same way it was created.
Yeah.
How do you get them out of that paradigm?
What is important? The money or the people? Save the climate, save the world, or live the way we are living? You have to come to a mind change, and that's very hard to change the way people are looking at development.
For me, it's sad that indigenous and tribal peoples do not have a place at that discussion table. When states are deliberating on 2 degrees and 1.5 degrees, and they're talking about it like it's not about people.
Alaska's ground zero of climate change. The ground we walk on is literally melting beneath us. Whole communities are at threat of being climate refugees.
We want to live in our rainforest, and our struggle is a hard struggle today.
At this time in Oklahoma, we've become the earthquake capital of the world because of fracking and because of injection wells. There's been 5,000 earthquakes there this year alone.
I'm from Russia, from Siberian part. It's northeastern part, so yes, I can see the surface. It's changed every year, like permafrost is melting, and we have to think about it. It's our future, it will be our life, and we have to take care of our Mother Earth.
Today they are deciding if you're gonna still have indigenous in the Arctic. It's the decisions they're making today. At least if you're gonna make a decision, at least be man enough and woman enough to do it in front of them.
They kill the air, they kill the earth, they kill the water, and that kills my people.
We do not want to die in silence. We want to be heard. We want to be heeded. It's in your best interest as well.
We have the strength of the mountains, and we are the descendants of the jaguar. We will fight this until the end for our children. I'm asking all mankind to unite, to fight for our earth.
People that are saying, okay, this is only something for indigenous and tribal people, they're the first to feel it, but not the only ones. In 10 years, in 20 years, in 50 years, it's gonna affect you.
We've been at this conference for more than 20 years, trying to get to where we've gotten to with the Paris Agreement. And this COP has heavily focused on the modalities of implementation. That is important work, but we also need youth and people, civil societies on the ground demanding no more fossil fuel development, keep it in the ground. People are ready, countries are ready, vulnerable communities are here and ready to galvanize on this action, and that starts now.